Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show. Sorry for the delay on this particular video. Little guy had a graduation ceremony, so we were, thrown a little bit off schedule. But it was a whole lot of fun, and I'll brag about the little guy later on when he's not looking. But today I'm going to be reviewing the Corsairs of the Great Sea for the Qadim World for Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition. This one was written by Nick Ree, and while I really enjoyed it, but just a little bit less than the one I did last week, which was the Golden Voyage. While both are adventures on the high seas per se, this one is just a little bit less up my alley. For reasons I really can't pinpoint, but I'm still going to recommend this one, especially to go along with the previous one and the whole Qadim, Arabian Nights Adventures theme campaign style game. And let's jump into it. First, you have this 64-page book, which is chock full of, I believe, 6 separate adventures, and I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but most of this has to deal with pirates and Corsairs and some more island adventures, and there are quite a few little twists and turns and unexpected twists in this. Sorry about that, folks. And it's really well written, and I think you guys will enjoy this. It also comes with the campaign guide, which is mostly the NPCs and some details about the environments. Well, this book also goes into great detail of all of the islands, which I'm going to show you in just a moment, because it does come with yet another really fine map. And this version I got came with instead of the 3 hole punched section of monsters that go into the monsters compendium, this one came with, I want to say, a 4, 5, or 6 page, probably 6 because it's even number of pages, a little source book of the monsters. I don't know why it wasn't 3 hole punched. I'm not going to punch it. I'm going to keep it in here. But needless to say, there's some interesting monsters in here. I think 1 or 2 of them may have been talked about earlier, and they may be repeats. That might be why they are not hole punched, because I think this box set also follows the original first box set, the Golden Voyage. Then, not only is there a nice big wall map, let's pull this out very carefully. I always hate unfolding these because they with their age and everything, it's not hard to rip them, but I think this one is a north-south as opposed to an east-west alignment. But I'll let the little guy zoom in here, and it shows all the different islands and the coast and all the things you would expect. And of course, they did a really good job on all of the maps for 2nd edition. Everything they did was really, a giant leap better than the 1st edition, supplemental material. But I think that was one of the biggest pluses of 2nd edition. I'm going to pop that back in there. Hopefully I won't fold it wrong. There we go. That was pretty painless. And then for the rest of the supplement, there are more detailed maps of dungeon locations and temples and things like that, with information on the back for the Dungeon Master. And then there's this one, which is one of the larger cities, which is nice. It really reminds me of the city of Lankmar, but more of a coastal town. with all kinds of room for, you know, customization and, you know, making it your own, and, you know, just picking out a small place that you can then, you know, expand upon. And a quick reference chart on the back. Here's another of the maps. Oh, there's several in here. That's very nice. I wish they would have went to this much detail with the previous supplement, with more of the smaller locations, really, you know, detailed. And then yet another one. But you guys get the idea. That's weird. Looks like some of the things are misaligned, or, like, for example, this is a greater detail map of the big city that I showed you. I guess maybe so that you can have, you know, 2 pages. You can look at both versions at the same time. Coral Maze, that's kind of cool for one of the undersea adventures, which I actually enjoyed a lot reading about that. And then, what's this one? This one's a swamp. All in all, these are you know, great handouts and Dungeon Master aids for telling the story, which, you know, I don't want to go into too much detail, but basically there are 2 jinn, I think a genie and an Afridi, basically having a wager. Kind of reminded me of the old movie Trading Places, where 2 old rich guys want to see, you know, who will win this particular this contest, or this challenge that they set before the unwitting players. But there you have it, short and sweet. I have a whole bunch of other videos to get to this afternoon, and this one was a little late. And like I said, this one was just a notch below the previous one. And if I have the time, I'm going to try and grab some of the other source material for Al Qadim. Maybe just you know, keep bringing that back. You know, I'm a big collector, so if I don't have it, I probably want it. But I'll probably do a little bit more research into the others. I know one is a caravan, which is something I'm actually planning on using in my next campaign. Just not, you know, traipsing through the desert from point A to point B, but through more of a, you know, a more temperate climate with forests and maybe swamps, but, you know, obviously well-paved roads and, you know, fraught with bandits and goblins and that sort of thing. But there you have it, folks. I definitely still recommend this, but if you're going to go and grab anything you don't already have, Al Qadim, I definitely recommend the Golden Voyage first. And if you're running out of material, grab this one, or, like I said, do the research, see which other ones you like. And until next time, we will see you guys back tonight with a craft video. Have a great evening, and we will see you guys later. Good night, everybody.